Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mirza SHAUQI bin Muhammad Saudi, and I'm 20 years old and currently studying in Mara City Professional College and take a diploma in entrepreneurship. So today, I want to present and share with you guys about the customer service management issue that happen around the world. So technically, I choose two issues, which is, if I'm not wrong, it happens in 2018. So the first issue is father toddler boots from Southwest Airlines flight after the child initially refused to sit in her seat. So what we can get from this kind of issue is it's about the airline, obviously. Right. So I will tell you guys a bit about the summary, which is the passenger on a Southwest Airlines flight were outraged when a father and his young daughter were ejected from the plane after she sat in her father's lap. Alexis Armstrong video has been viewed over 600,000 times since it was posted online. So technically this is one guy's named Alexis Armstrong who recorded that accident and posted online, and that video have been watched by 600,000 people around the world. So this guy named Armstrong says the father and the toddler were kicked off the flight up to Atlanta on Wednesday. Atlanta means in Italy. Despite the fact that the baby was already relaxed and sitting in her own seat. In an interview with WGN, Armstrong said how rude they are paying clients. It's only natural as a child. It will happen. There will be times when parent is unable to monitor their child. When the girl, estimated to be around 2 years old, was crying and sitting on his lap, flight attendants came over to alert her father. Armstrong also said he was able to calm her down and get her to sit in her own seat, but it seems that it was not enough. The child had been sitting peacefully in her own seat the whole time. Armstrong told WGN the captain came over the intercom and said, "We are heading back to the doors. We have customer service problem to fix." Well, obviously there are customer service problem happen in here. Following that, the father and daughter was escorted off the plane. Some passengers expressed their displeasure, and Armstrong said she was ordered by a flight attendant to stop recording. So the flight attendants tell this guy Armstrong to stop from recording the accident happen and be quiet. So they don't want Armstrong to take any action. All I wanted was for Southwest to see the video and apologize to this family, Armstrong told the flight attendants. So technically what Armstrong's objective is to this company to apologize to this family. Armstrong also said, "As a mother, my heart aches for this father. They owe Southwest an apology. I had no idea this would go viral. And I'm not sure why I started filming in the first place. I just knew it wasn't going to end well based on the woman's demeanor and the security approach." So what Armstrong trying to say is she didn't know why she tried to record the accident, but when she record, she already know that this thing will happen. So Southwest Airlines make a statement. It sounds like our initial report suggests a conversation escalated on board between the crew and a customer traveling with a small child. Southwest said in a statement, "We try to have a welcoming and hospitable atmosphere at all times, and apologize for any inconvenience this has caused. The statement said, after the initial flight, when as scheduled, the traveling part was rebooked on the next flight to Atlanta. It means the party haven't rebooked of the flight that has same destination, but it for another schedule, not that time, because that flight is already go to the Atlanta. We will contact the customer to address any question they may have about their experience, and we hope to welcome them back aboard soon. So what this Southwest try to do is to contact back the customer that they escort to go out from the flight and give them a rebook ticket so they can go to the Atlanta using the next scheduled flight. Means they use the same company. Okay, so there's a lot of things happen here. So why not we go to the problem first, because everything we want to solve need a problem. How you cannot solve anything without a problem. Alright, so the first problem that occurs is the passenger daughter does not want to sit at her seat, means they sit on her father's lap. The second one was flight crew being rude, which they did not treat customer right, because they are paying customer. Why should you treat like they are not human being? Like, you escort they out, they paying for the service, not they going to the flight free. Okay. And the third one is crew do not understand and not being generous towards children, because you need to have at least a what we call you cannot treat children same like you treat adult. Well, obviously they have different maturity and decision making. They didn't know what will consequences of their actions, so you cannot treat them like an adult. So the fourth one is less cooperation from the crew toward paying customer, because they are paying customer. They did not get the ticket free or win a lucky draw or something. They pay for the service they deserve to have. And the last one is parenting problem. To lean into it, of course, when the doctor make a problem, it's not about the company on the program, it's come also from the parenting. Because if they can monitor their children well, the children should know what their children could not doing in the flight, because it might make a flight journey become dangerous. Okay, so for the next part, which is customer action to the customer, what customer can do when this happens to you. The first one, customer can contact their customer service care line to report the issue. The second one is customer can call the supervisor or manager to explain the situation. And the third one, customer can apply for a refund of the ticket. And the fourth one is, if the care line do not take it seriously, customer can sue the company. So technically that is a action that customer can do towards the company. And the last part of this problem issue is company action to improvise customer service. So when there is a customer service problem, they always have a way to solve it and improvise so that it will not happen again. So the first one is crew need to realize they are paying customers, so be kind to them. Be kind to them, be kind to paying customers, be kind to everyone, be kind to even your janitor and your cleaner, and be kind to everyone. The second one is company should send all staff to customer service training. This thing happen when your employee did not have enough training. If they have enough training, they will be a great customer service staff. And the third one is company need to have customer feedback. Maybe doing some kind of questionnaire will help. So they need to know what customer think about their company, like a good, a bad feedback on for your reputation, so that you know what you need to solve and what is your company specialty. The fourth one is crew should not send the customer out. It is the rudest thing any customer service can actually happen. Worst come to worst, sending out people from your flight will always being the rudest thing and will be the last thing to do, like flight. They burn or they take a flight, then you can send the customer out, but not because their daughter not sit on her seat. Okay, the fifth one is company needs to make an openly apologize, like press conference, so they show gratitude, like apologize to them. Next, give the customer refund or any service they deserve, like the company already have, they did rebook the ticket. After that, any problem occur will does not need and with a drastic decision. So like you escort the customer, go a free on flight is an drastic decision. And the last decision you can do is explain to the customer the importance of everybody sit at their seat, telling them if they didn't sit on their seat, they will make a dangerous happen. So let's go to the next issue, which I choose from customer service issue around the world. It's also happened in 2018. The issue number 2 is passenger angry and frustrated as cruise ship renovation ruin vacation. So it's technically there's a family or anyone who pay for the vacation cruise, but then it's being ruined by a cruise crew and make a ship renovation on the journey, right? So in mid-March 2018, the Norwegian Sun is a company name, had just departed Miami for a 15 days cruise through the Panama Canal when passengers began to notice issues on board. Notices started to appear on the huge cruise ship, indicating that some areas will be closed off. The sound of grinders and hammers became louder, and the air was thick of dust from sanding and resurfacing dust. We discovered that a lot more places were being cordoned off. Harley Richardson, a Charlottetown resident. So this guy named Harley Richardson is from the Charlottetown resident, said they discovered that this thing happened. Who was traveling with 3 other couples from Prince Edward Island, complained, "We have noticed the number of staff wearing respiratory safety gear working around the ship." So Richardson, who has been on many cruises, said what he was went well beyond routine maintenance. He said that the work was not only inconvenient but also dangerous to the paying passengers on board. It worried me a lot that the grinding and sanding residue that was blowing and collective everywhere was also getting into our lungs. So it's about the healthy or safety about the sand that will go into a passenger's lung. It has the potential to be health threat. Some passengers say they were forced to visit the ship in infirmary due to respiratory issue, only to be paid for the visit by Norwegian Cruise Lines. Trishville said she was duped after spending tens of thousands of dollars on the cruise, which include her 81 years old mother, 2 sisters and 5 children. When she took the kid to a children's pool on the second day of the outing, she discovered something was wrong when it was locked. Things just got worse from there, she said. So this lady named Trishville said that she started to see a problem when the pool for children to swimming closed on the second day of outing. It was the construction noise as well as the smell of the construction and the debris from the construction that added insult to injury. Passengers had become so enraged midway through the cruise. She also said that a meeting was called in the observation bar, which soon developed into chaos. Around 500 people gathered to air their grievance and seek compensation from the captain. Okay, so this is what the problem that we can see here, which the Norwegian Sun did not take cleaning seriously. 0% hygiene, uncomfortable cruise ride. The company did not care about customer satisfaction, prices are reasonable. Captain of the cruise argued with the customer sounds pollution. Prices are reasonable because they pay 1,000 but they didn't get like swimming, or the ride is already uncomfortable at the first place. So they did not care about customer satisfaction. So what customer can do here is Customer can make a union and press them to stop the close, which they did. 500 people joined that. Customer should make an emergency police report after the captain did not want to give what customer needs. So they have a phone. Maybe someone didn't have a line, but if they got the line, they need to make an emergency call. But sometimes emergency call can call without a line also sometimes, right? So customer can bring the issue to the court, save all the evidence like taking a picture, record a video, or any voice from the captain or whatsoever, and take a legal action. And the last one about this issue is company action to improvise their customer service. So the first one, crew need to realize they are paying customers, so be kind to them. This company need to take the hygiene section seriously. So of course, if they don't take the hygiene section serious, they will have a lot of problem. Like a sand go to respiratory system, it will cause someone death, and if that happens, the company is done. Never do any repair or construction during the service, because you have like lots of time to do outside the service time. So why should you make a construction when their cruise is on the ride? Prioritize customer satisfaction more than anything. When you do a service like cruise ride or anything that satisfies people, make sure that customer satisfaction is the first priority. If you want to make a bad service, it's not a bad service, but you want to lower the service satisfaction, make sure the price is also low. And then never argue with the paying customer. You cannot argue. You can argue with a right fact. Not like you do something like this one, construction, pollution, uncomfortable, right? And then you want to argue like you are on the right side. Then you shouldn't do that. And makes a collateral between company customer. Collateral means if you have already started the ride, so it's hard to like you turn back to the Miami, so you can do like collateral, like okay, I give you this and I get this, or something like I will give you half a refund or something, but we will end this, right, or something like that. And that's what is provide them with what they want more than what company wants to give. So you can ask the union about the 500 people what actually you want, so we will give you something like that. So the conclusion is we can see how important is customer service knowledge. If you want to do a company, customer service knowledge is important. Customer satisfaction is the most important in any business situation, because who will give us revenue obviously is customer. So if we treat them wrong, our revenue will go down. Exactly. Customer satisfaction and revenue have a positive relationship. One goes up, the other goes up, and vice versa. So one goes down, the other goes down. Customer service bad issue have been really viral every day. We need to have mature understanding about what comes from companies, the most important thing. That's why in this subject we learn a lot of skill to counter customer and cleaners, such as acting skill, technology, and other skill. So we can see by these two issues that I do a research on. Both of them happens because they take customer satisfaction lightly, like it or not. Customer satisfaction is the key in business growing. Give what they like, your business grows. Thank you for listening from presentation. I hope it will give you guys some advice or any new information. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.